Japanese poetry style, like Barkley said before.
E and R,
So,
not B, U.
we're going to be talking about haikus. We're going to learn what they are first, and then we're going to use them as a review activity for each of your assigned characters. So, Barkley's going to write a haiku about Curly's wife. Kanui's going to write a haiku about Slim. Hartwell, who are you going to write a haiku about? Lanny. Junior, who are you going to write a haiku about?
George.
Good. And Nano, who are you going to write a haiku about? Curly. Who are you going to write a haiku about, Peyton?
Candy.
Okay, good. So you've got it all in mind. You know who you're going to write a haiku about. Alright, so first, let's talk about what a haiku is. Alright, so what is a haiku? A haiku is a 3-line poem that has a set number of syllables in each line. What does it mean to have a set number of something? Can it change or can it not change?
Can change.
Let's see.
No, can't.
Can it change? Raise your hand.
No, it cannot.
Can it not change? Raise your hand. Okay, good. It can't change. So every haiku has the same number of syllables in each line. So line 1 always has 5 syllables. Line 2 always has 7 syllables. And line 3 always has 5 syllables. Okay? So, before we get too much into haikus, what is a syllable? Does anybody know what a syllable is?
Nope. Keep going.
Nope. Okay. So, a syllable is how a word is pronounced and beats in the word. The beats are the important part. So, the example up here says that water has 2 syllables. So, when we're looking for the beats in the word, we're going to clap out to see where the beats fall. So, I'm going to clap water. Do you hear those 2 different sounds that we make? The 2 beats?
Syllables.
Okay. And then the word pop. Does that have how many syllables?
One.
Good. Because let's do it together. Ready? Pop.
Pop.
Very nice. All right. So, how can I find the syllables? We're going to clap the beat of the word. Okay? So, first word is fun. Let's clap it.
Fun.
Fun.
Nice. What about soda?
Soda.
Good. What about Hawaii?
Hawaii.
Very nice. How about intelligent?
Intelligence.
You guys got it right away. This is awesome. Okay.
We learned this like in 5th grade, miss.
Did you? Well, that's awesome. And I'm glad you learned some of this. This is just a review.
I don't know, I forget.
See? Okay.
Refreshing course.
How do I write a haiku? I wrote down the wrong numbers here. That was my bad. 5, 7, 5. So, the numbers that we want to remember are 5 syllables in the first line, 7 syllables in the second line, 5 in the third line. Alright? So, how many are in the first line?
5.
How about the second?
7.
What about the third? Good. Okay. So, I've written some example haikus, and we're going to figure out if they work with the haiku rules. Okay? I wrote about the boss. Who is Curly's
Father.
Good. Very nice, Hartwell. The boss is Curly's father. And Crooks, who is he?
The
Stable buck.
the
The
black
stable
guy.
buck. Good. Okay. So, I'm going to read the haikus. Then,
I noticed that that's one of the answers of the...
that was one of the answers on the quiz. You were correct. So, Nano was looking up at the board during his quiz and using his resources around him to help him answer the question, which is awesome. Okay, so I wrote this first haiku, and haikus don't take very long to write because they're very short. So I wrote this first haiku. I'm just going to read it to you. Tell me if it sounds like the boss, first of all. I watch the people who work at the ranch, working with grain and hay bales. Does that sound like the boss?
Yeah.
Why does it sound like the boss?
Because he's watching them.
He's watching them, yeah? And what do bosses do?
Watch over the workers.
Watch the workers. Very nice. Okay, so let's clap out the first line and see if I followed the 5-syllable rule. Okay, ready? Let's read it together. So, here we go. I watch Very
5.
good. Was that 5?
Yes.
Okay. So does the first line work?
Yeah.
Perfect. Alright, let's do the second line. Here we go.
Who
Work at the ranch.
working?
Is that 7?
Yes.
We have a counter in here who can count while we clap. Peyton?
Yeah.
Go ahead. You can count while we clap. Let's try it again. Here we go. Ready? Who work at the ranch work? How many was it?
7.
7.
Good. So, did we meet the rule?
5, 7, 8.
Did we meet the rule?
Yup.
We met the rule. It was 7. Now let's do the last one again. Here we go. With grain and potatoes.
5.
5. So did we meet it?
How you don't know?
Peyton, did we meet it?
Yup.
Oh yeah.
Why? Because it had
5.
5
What
what?
is third line? Syllable.
5 syllables. Good. Okay. So that's a good way to check and make sure that you're following the haiku rule. That's a 5, 7, 5. You can go back through it after you've written it, and you clap out your lines to make sure you have the right amount of syllables. And just like we did with Peyton, you can have somebody else listen while you clap to make sure that you are counting the right number of syllables. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, so what should we be doing after we write our haiku? What do we do after we write our haiku?
5 syllables.
Find the syllables. How do we do that?
Clap.
We clap. Good. And we pick a partner to do what for us?
Count.
Count.
The numbers.
Count the
of
number.
times.
Count the number of
Claps.
syllables or syllables. Good. Alright, so why don't you guys get with a partner for this next one and read through the Crooks haiku and figure out if I did it right or not. Okay? So you may choose your partner. Go ahead and get with that person. I know, cheer them. Alright. And take 2 minutes to figure out if this haiku has enough syllables in it. Alright? Hello, do you want to work with Berkeley?
Yeah.
Berkeley, do you want to come up?
What?
Do you want to come up here to work with partner?
Going on?
With partners?
Oh,
Figure
right.
out if the Crooks poem has enough syllables in it.
Okay then.
Come on up.
I'm going to take
Open up.
It's not.
What we gotta do?
Write the poem.
You're gonna do the
Write
first
your
line.
poem.
Where are your guys' poems? You can look up at the board too.
I don't know.
Oh.
All of it?
You're gonna decide
Who
what
am I?
to do?
Okay.
So, yeah, I can't really see on. Oh, we can just look at the outline. Yeah. We can just look at the Crooks. Do it.
Okay, how many was that?
7.
Missed. The second one was 5, 7, 5. 5, 7, 5. The second one is 7.
Yes.
How about the third one?
Said in the voice barn.
Did it work?
Wow.
How many is it?
That's not your friend.
5.
So does that fit the format?
You gotta let him know.
5, 5, 6, 7, 7.
Let him know. Help him out.
Oh,
You're the counter, so let him know.
Did it work?
Yep.
It worked?
Yep.
Okay. Alright guys, I know that you've all finished already. That was an impressive amount of time to get that done. So if I can have everybody's eyes up here, let me give you your activity. Alright. You guys ready? I'll count. Okay. Alright, so. So what we're gonna do, just like these haikus about the boss and crooks. Heads up, eyes up. Okay. Just like these poems about the boss and crooks, you are each gonna write a poem about your own character, which we reviewed right before we started talking about haikus. So who are you writing about? Character. Okay. Writing about our character. Alright, so how many lines should the first part of your poem have? Or syllables, excuse me. How many syllables should the first part of your poem have? 5. What about the second line? 7. Peyton, third line. 5. Okay. So we're going to use these. Eyes up. We're going to use these poems as part of your review game for your test at the end of the book. Alright? So, guys, this is talking while I'm talking. It's losing money. Let's have eyes up. Alright. We're going to use these poems. They might be on your final test. So I might take some of these poems and put them on there. So you have to match the person to the poem. So that would look like there would be a poem like this haiku right here. And you would have to tell who that haiku was about. Okay? So we would read it, and then we would say, oh, that's the boss. Okay? So I want you to write a poem, write a haiku about your character, so that everybody else knows who that character is without seeing the title of it. So for example, Hartwell's going to write a poem about Lenny. And he wants to make sure that everybody else in here would be able to tell who the character was without reading the title Lenny. Okay? Does everybody understand what the assignment is?
Yeah.
What are you doing? About?
About syllables, like, it has to be like, with the line 575.
Okay, what's
And
that
then
called?
all our characters.
Good, it's about our character. And what is the 575 called?
Line.
Haiku. Everybody say it? Very good. Haiku. Okay, so we have the rest of the time to get started on these. And if we don't finish them today, we will finish up next Thursday, which is the next time you'll be in this class. Okay? Everybody clear? So, for the next 12 minutes, you have time to work on your haikus. And Auntie Jade and Auntie Debbie and Justin and I will be around to help you write haikus. Okay?
Wait.
So everybody go back to your spots.
Thursday?
We don't have school Monday or Tuesday. So,
Yeah, I know, but
yep.
aren't you not gonna be here?
Right, and I'm not going to be here next Thursday, but you're going to have time to finish up with your haikus on Thursday, potentially. Okay? Alright, so everybody go back to your spots and get started brainstorming for your haikus.
Wait, we can make our own?
You're making your own. That's the assignment, right?